are so much better than apples and emojis. Oh. Hello. This is RIXBY, the YouTube tech guy. Hey guys, welcome to our very special episode of Mobile Weekly, where we are going to be activating RIXBY to reveal all the top 10 features of the Galaxy S9, and then answer all of your questions live after we go over a bit of news that happened during the week. Now, this is a very special edition just because we're kicking off with RIXBY. Now, what many of you may not know, if you are tuning in for the first time, and you should subscribe to get all the latest coverage on the S9, because we do have the most coverage on it when it comes out next month. Now, that being said, let's talk about RIXBY. Now, RIXBY is the most powerful AI ever created, or an inside joke that's been a long time on this channel. So let's activate it and find out what are the top 10 features for the Galaxy S9. Now, for all intensive purposes, this is a top 10 predictions list, because even though I haven't got an NDA from Samsung saying I can't say anything, you know, just have to, you know, keep all, you know, all things okay. So that being said, these are going to be the top 10 predictions from RIXBY. So let's activate RIXBY and find out. Hopefully the system won't crash. Okay. So by the way, S9 Plus, S9 up there. That is courtesy of Evan Blass or Ev Leaks. So let's get to it. Okay. We're holding okay right now. I don't think we're going to be able to activate RIXBY throughout the entire episode, but as of right now, it's holding. I only have an i7 with 32 gigs of RAM, and the graphics card is not powerful enough. It's only 1080, you know, GTX. So sorry, this is the best we can do. Okay, so the Unpacked event will be on February 25th, which we all know, and the release date will be on 3/16. As we previously said, when we go back to the phones, we can see that it does say March 19th on it. You know what? I will switch back to that for a second just to show you guys. And here we go. Okay. There you go. You can see it's March 16th right there, and that is the official release date, because every time that happens, when we see an actual date on there, that means it's the release date. Okay, now let's get to the other thing. What will be the differences between the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus RIXBY? Okay, RIXBY is telling me the differences will be that the S9 will have 4 gigs of RAM, 3000 milliamp battery, and a single camera, whereas the S9 Plus will have 6 gigs of RAM, 3500 milliamp battery, and a dual camera. So those will be the differences between the two smartphones. The S9 will have a single camera, the S9 Plus dual camera, 3000 milliamp battery, 3500 milliamp battery, 4 gigs of RAM for 6 gigs of RAM. Those will be the differences between the two devices. Okay, now what's a really cool feature the S9 and S9 Plus will have? Super slow motion at 960 FPS, meaning it's going to have one of the best FPSs ever on a smartphone for slow motion. So slow motion apparently is going to be really good on this phone. Okay, how about security? Okay, so it's going to have intelligent scan. This is going to be faster than an iris scanner and more secure than something like Face ID. So what this will do is basically have a face unlock feature, but it's going to use the iris scanner to be more accurate and more safe, but also quicker than just a traditional iris scanner. You still will have the fingerprint scanner on the back, and it's going to be in the back middle as we saw on the leaks. So keep in mind that's what it will be. You're going to have a quicker, new, faster, more secure feature called Intelligent Scan that will be faster than iris scanner, but way more secure than Face Unlock or even Face ID. Okay? How about, okay, a lot of these guys are going to be asking about, you know, what features are we keeping from the old devices? Do we still have a headphone jack? Guys, we have both a headphone jack and a micro SD card reader, but both devices will have 64 gigs of storage built into it. That is freaking awesome. So there will be a headphone jack, there will be a micro SD card slot, and both devices will have 64 gigs of storage. Okay, that was number 6. All right, let's ask the big question that a lot of you guys and that I have been asking for every single Samsung device I've ever had. Will we have stereo speakers? Can we have stereo speakers? We're getting stereo speakers. Not only that, but we're getting Dolby Atmos stereo speakers. So Dolby Atmos will be installed in it, and you're gonna have certain profiles for Dolby Atmos on there. So it's gonna be really cool how many things we're going to be getting. This is awesome. Okay. How about the camera? Okay, let me see. You guys want to know about the camera? The camera will be an f1.5 aperture rear camera, and it's going to have dual aperture, meaning it's going to take 2 different apertures at the same time to better give us not only a brighter shot in low light, but it's actually going to be a cleaner shot as well to get rid of the noise that you would get from having that wide of an aperture. So that's going to be really cool, and it's going to dramatically improve the blur effect as well as having the best low light to date. So it says we'll see when the Pixel 2 XL come out right side by side of it when we get the review unit shortly. All right. Okay, so some of you guys want to know about RIXBY. All right, let's see if there's any improvements to RIXBY. Okay, RIXBY is going to have some upgrades. It is going to have translation updates, so you can actually instantly translate things. You're going to be able to point this thing and it's going to tell you your calories for your food with RIXBY Vision. And I'm not sure if there's something wrong with RIXBY right now, but it's telling me there's going to be some kind of beauty mode inside of it, and basically it's going to be able to put makeup on you with RIXBY. I'm not sure if RIXBY's right on that one, so we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, let's go for what are the best top 2 features of the Galaxy S9. Okay, we're down to number 2, and number 2 is AR emojis. AR emojis. So this is basically like Apple's Animojis, but with way more personality. So instead of being a cat or a poop emoji, you're gonna be yourself in emoji form. And then you're gonna be able to send those to anyone via text message, via email, whatever you want. You will be an emoji. And every movement you make will be tracked on there. Not that I have used this at all. So that is going to be what AR emojis are. Okay, now what is the top feature that will get me the most excited for on the Galaxy S9? My system is really having a hard time keeping up with RIXBY, so this will be the last one we can ask from it. What will be the best feature on the Galaxy S9? Really? Oh, wow. We are going to have 4K 60 frames per second with a new codec, the HVEC codec, HVEC. So it's going to be better compressed while still being a better quality, and it will be the best video we have yet to see on any Android smartphone in the world. Oh God. Okay, wait. All right, guys, I have to turn off RIXBY. It's overloading my system. Okay. Whew. All right. That was the top 10 features from the Galaxy S9, the predictions of the Galaxy S9. So to recap, 4K 60 frames per second with HVEC codec. Basically, it's a way better kind of video quality that is going to be a lot more awesome. If video editors learn to use it, it's going to be really great. AR emojis are going to be a big thing. That will basically just forget everything about animojis. Bixby's upgrades. You're going to have some really cool things with Bixby Vision. It seems like is the main focus of it, and you still will be able to disable Bixby. The low light performance on this and the blur effect is supposed to be dramatically improved because of the lower f1.5, and it's just really interesting how this is all going to turn out. Dolby Atmos stereo speakers, and you're still going to have Harman Kardon headphones come with it as well. Or sorry, not Harman Kardon, AKG headphones. You're going to still have a headphone jack as well with micro SD card, 64 gig storage built in. You're going to have intelligence scan, which will be able to scan faster than your regular iris scanner, but will be far more secure than your standard face unlock. You're also going to have super slow-mo 960 FPS, so really good with that. Differences between the two phones: 4 gig, 3000 milliamp battery, and single camera on the S9, S9 Plus, 6 gigs of RAM, 3500, and dual camera. Unpacked event will be on February 25th, and as we see right here, the launch date will be March 16th. Okay guys, that is everything. I will see what you guys have to say in the comment section down below after we cover the news that came out this week. And make sure you share this with everyone that wants to know about the Galaxy S9. Alright, now let's get to the topics that came out during this week. And I'm not the only leaker out there. Well, actually, I'm not a leaker. These were all predictions. But the big things is going to be the DeX pad. This is going to be a really big accessory that Samsung's going to push. However, I'm a little disappointed with it. I still wanted the DeX pad to be a tablet that the phone docked into, maybe with the Note. Like kind of like how the Asus Zen, it wasn't the Zen phone, it was something specific that it was called, and it was just a really cool transformer phone or something like that. But this one is going to be the new dock for DeX. I don't really see it as an improvement. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like it laying flat instead of being sat upright? I think sitting upright is better. No? I mean, let me know what you guys think. So this will still have your charging port. It has an HDMI and it has 2 USB. So you have all of those connections right there built into it. And this is how it'll look with the phone on there. That is your one speaker, and that is your second speaker, by the way. In other news, Samsung's leader got let go out of, so he's out on parole, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, the Samsung chairman was finally let go, so he's back in, and we'll see what kind of changes he makes now that he's back in. Probably too late to do anything about the S9, but maybe with the Note. And finally, the Huawei P20 is a phone I'm definitely curious about coming out soon because it has 3 lenses. Now, what we're hoping for, of course, is that you have one telephoto lens and one wide-angle lens and one regular lens. That way you have the most versatility out of any smartphone that's been out to date. I'm really curious to see how it will be. What do you guys think about having a triple camera setup? And do you think that we could see this on other phones by the end of the year? I think that this could be a feature that LG or that phone like maybe the Pixel or maybe even a OnePlus could go for by the end of the year. Alright guys, that was the news. Not too much to talk about this week, but still we wanted to cover those topics as we have revealed all the stuff about the S9. Again, let me know all your questions in the comment section down below and I will answer them before the end of the show. Alright. Now, wouldn't be Sunday without Ricky. Good evening, everyone. Well, thank you, Warren G. Appreciate that. What's up? Waiting. HomePod does not operate as a Bluetooth speaker. In my opinion, it's a waste of money. I can see that. I don't think it's worth the price, quite frankly. I do understand how valuable the HomePod really is when it comes to audio quality. It's supposed to be really good. Although I do find it funny because every reviewer is talking very highly of it, but like Consumer Reports did say that it's not as good as Google Max, whereas most of the reviewers I've known have said it's better. So it's really kind of curious. Google Max definitely has a better bass, it seems like, but when it comes to how the audio quality is separated, it seems like that. However, I will say this, that I am surprised by most YouTubers that play the Google Max upward in their videos. They should know that that puts it in stereo mode, and it's only playing from one side then. If you put it regular in landscape, then you're going to have it play as it normally should, and it does adapt depending on where the room it's in. I saw some YouTubers saying that only the HomePod does that, but Google Max does do that too if you lay it flat, not upward. So if you see a YouTuber doing that, just let them know. Just saying. Are you excited about the S9? I am very, very, very excited about the S9. I, for one, am more excited about the S9 Plus, but yes, I'm very excited about it. I have an S7 Edge 32 gigs of storage device. When I move pictures to my SD card, I lose the ability to scroll by date using the Samsung Gallery app. What is wrong? Is there a fix? There might not be, to be honest. I honestly don't use the gallery in terms of sorting stuff out. I do use it for searching, but I never really tried it myself. That could be a limitation for only the built-in storage though. An obvious test of that would be to move it to, move like 2 photos or whatever back to your internal storage, search and see if that works. If it does, then it's just a limitation of the gallery, at least at this point. Try updating the gallery though in the Galaxy App Store so that you have the latest up-to-date app. Apple fans on YouTube seem disappointed by the HomePod. I've seen a mixture. I've seen a lot of praise but you know, it's PR move, right? Hey Ricky, best wishes to you and the missus. Thank you, appreciate it. Will Bixby be improved? Yes, Bixby will be improved, mainly Bixby Vision. RIXBY version 1.116 is still in beta, so so some of the programs are still using Android EXE. That's hilarious. S8 Oreo update. The S8 currently is getting Oreo update. It just depends on your carrier on how they're rolling it out right now. That's also in the US, so it depends on also what country you're in. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. Every time I say that, by the way, you have to drink. That's the rules of the game. The Note 9 will have 8 gigs of RAM. I will have to ask RIXBY about the Note 9, about the, the Note 9 later. I was thinking, are we on 10 already? No, we're on 9. Are we getting an IR blaster? No, we're not getting an IR blaster. Cost of RIXBY S9 Plus. Unfortunately, I cannot load RIXBY anymore, so RIXBY will not be able to tell me the cost of it. It was too much for my system to handle. I started seeing smoke, and I just can't turn it back on. There are rumors about the Note 5 and the S6 getting Oreo'd. What do you think? I would say they might be getting Oreo, but I would never put Oreo on the Note 5 or the S6 in my opinion. I think those devices are too old to properly handle it, and you will have issues. Did I miss something? What is RIXBY supposed to mean? As I said in the beginning, RIXBY is either the most powerful AI ever created, more powerful than Google's AI, more powerful than Alexa, more powerful than Siri, more powerful than Bixby, or it's an inside joke that's been going on a long time for the channel. One of those is definitely what RIXBY is. All right. I'm starting to hear the S10 no bezels. Well, it's a little early to talk about the S10 right now. They're pretty much just testing out possible looks at this point. Do you think there's any truth in Chinese phones spying on the US? Is that why the Mate 10 AT&T fell apart? No, that's absolutely no truth, and it's pure propaganda. To be honest, if you didn't know already, there are plenty of Chinese phones in the US. Huawei Mate 10 is Huawei's flagship, but there are plenty of Huawei smartphones in the US right now. A lot of the budget smartphones are from Huawei. Not to mention ZTE, which is also a Chinese company. They're big up there too, and they have a lot of phones. Actually, almost every single hotspot in the US is a ZTE hotspot. So no, those are all completely false. Most phones that are non-branded too, so like an AT&T tablet or a Verizon tablet is usually one of those as well. It's usually Huawei, it's usually ZT, or it's even Alcatel as well. So these are all companies that come from China, whether it be, you know, TCL, Huawei, whether it be ZT, all these come from China. So that is pure propaganda that, oh, the Mate 10 didn't come because of that. If they wanted to spy on us, they could do it with a lot of phones already out there. And it's not like the Mate 10 would have sold more than budget phones. Budget phones will sell a lot more. So no, that makes no sense, to be honest, and it is propaganda. This is definitely a worthy upgrade of my S7 Edge. Glad I skipped the S8 and waited for the S9 Plus. I agree. Are the S8 and Note 8 gain the new Bixby features? No. How much will the S9 Plus cost? Unfortunately, again, RIXBY just cannot handle it. Sounds awesome, the S9 RIXBY, with the G4 starting the revolution of Bixby, RIXBY. How far are off? S voice sucks. Does RIXBY have earlobes? I cannot answer that question. Oh snap, AR emojis sound way better than animojis. What does RIXBY know about the X? RIXBY knows nothing about the X that I can reveal. You should rename your tech channel RIXBY Tech. I've thought about that before. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. All right. Pre-order for the S9 March 1st. Pre-orders will vary actually, so that's why RIXBY couldn't tell me when the exact pre-order date, because pre-orders should be varying. Hey, Samsung support. Glad you find this interesting. Maybe your PR company could talk to me, you know? Just saying. Just curious, what about monthly Google security patches? Are they relevant to every phone, or does it differ depending on the Android version? Are they relevant on every phone? So security patches are basically this. When there is something found out that could infect your device, a security patch, a monthly update, is supposed to have a patch for it, so that that vulnerability cannot be hacked or issued or anything like that, right? So here's the thing. The biggest thing about this is that with that being said, you have vulnerabilities that are ridiculously bad, like the one that came out with the Wi-Fi bug. That Wi-Fi one you needed to fix immediately, because that was such a bad exploit where basically if you're in the same Wi-Fi as someone, they could get into your device. And that's why you always want to get a VPN. Opera VPN is the one I recommend for Android if you're on Android. TunnelBear is a great VPN for your regular PC. So those are great VPNs to go by, and there's lots of them out there. But that is the purpose of the security patch update. iPhone 22 featuring 16 cameras. I know, right? Triple cameras are overkill to me. Go the Pixel route. Try to put everything in one camera lens. Well, here's the thing. The Pixel can't do a wide angle shot. The Pixel can also not look as good when zoomed in. If you pinch the zoom on a Pixel, it doesn't look as good as on a Note 8 or on an iPhone X. Those are going to be better. So that's the big thing about it that I will say is going to be the biggest things that are really different in this case. So that's my big thing that I will say is that zoom is still better, wide angle is still better. I rather have multiple lenses, but you can use those hardware along with great software like the Pixel does to really improve the photos to the level of a Pixel does for your regular shots, and yet improve them even more with a wide angle. Look, if you have a wide angle lens and a regular lens, why not use the wide angle to give you the wideness of the shot, and use the aperture from the regular camera to tell you how much the lighting should be? Again, these are just things to improve the camera. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. Any news on the Gear 4? No, I don't think it's coming out right now. Galaxy X 7.3 inch screen that folds into a tablet. Is that correct? I cannot say. Ricky, why are Apple's mobile phone chips faster than Qualcomm's and Exynos? It's not that they're necessarily faster on their own, but the hardware and the software combined give for faster results, if that makes sense. It's not necessarily that Apple's chip on its own outside of a phone would give you faster performance than an Exynos chip on its own or than a Qualcomm chip on its own. You can't really judge a processor to a processor without putting it into something and then seeing how it goes. Because all of those tests don't stop everything else from moving. You have to understand that. Everything else that's going on in your Android phone when you run a benchmark test is still going on. Everything you run inside of an iOS is still going on. So that is just a difference of it. It's not necessarily that it is faster, because when you've done speed tests side by side, like on Phone Buff, you know, the iPhone has lost out to I think 2 or 3 phones this year, even though if you check out benchmarks, they are way faster. But it has to do with how everything processes. So it depends on how you're looking at it in terms of speed. I think it's all relative, but people definitely have their own opinions on that, where, oh, you should go by the benchmarks, or oh, you should go by everyday usage, you should go by battery life. I mean, there's so many different things. Apple AirPower for sale in March. I haven't heard that, but that would be really cool if it was. What do you think about for foreseeable future for home devices, i.e. Alexa or Google Home? I mean, I think this is only going to get bigger with smart homes, honestly. I mean, one of the reasons I went to YouTube Tech Guy was because of the fact that there was so much demand for smart home products, and I really saw that, like, okay, this is the future. Like, smart home is the future. More people and more people are going to get a smart home, because it's like, for instance, my dad cannot work a smartphone to save his life. He has a very time picking up a call, and you know, he only can play his tablet to play like little slot games and everything like that, right? So I was like, okay, he got that. Let's see if he can work a smartphone. No, he cannot work a smartphone. So that being said, he saw the gift I got from my mom for, I think it was Christmas. And that was the Google Home, the Sony speaker from Google Home. I got that gift from my mom, right? Gave it to her, she loved it. And then she was like saying, oh, you know, you can play, you can say, hey, play Vicente Fernandez, and it would do it. And he was like, oh my God, that's it. I want one of those. And you know, a person that is not tech savvy can speak to something, and that is a lot easier than knowing how to operate a smartphone. So that's the big difference, I would say. So yeah. Sorry, got to make sure I don't put the wrong phone up right now. Let's see. Will the SA Plus Unlocked get Oreos soon? Again, it should be relatively within the month or so. So we'll have to wait and see. RIXBY is a bit of a silly fun thing. We and Ricky thought up a better version of Bigsby, and it's the best app ever. That's pretty much the summary of RIXBY, yes. Should I overclock my 8700? I think you asked me this last week. I would say, I mean, yeah, if you know what you're doing, sure, overclock it. It's not a problem. It's just up to you. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. All right. Is it bad to use a phone or tablet while charging? No, it's not bad. I wish DexPad was wireless. That might be cool. Although it would take forever to charge. It would be hard to do it wirelessly, the DexPad, because you still have to connect it. So unless they would bring back something like the Samsung All-Share Cast, it's not going to be wireless. And if it was wireless, it wouldn't be as good as the direct connection. Note 8 or wait for S9 Plus. Not that I have both devices, but I would say the S9 Plus might be one to wait for at this point. Is RIXBY going to turn into a killer robot and take over the world? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. It's okay, I totally have a kill switch, right? Where's my kill switch? I'm sure it's around here somewhere. If I have an SA Plus, do you think it would be worth it to wait for the Note 9 instead? I mean, the Note 9 will be better than the S9 Plus. That is a given. And it will have some really cool features. And there might be another phone called the Galaxy X as well. But who knows? Still no one-handed mode on stock Android. How long do we have to wait for it? That's one of the reasons I don't always like stock Android. Other features that come to other phones are out way before stock Android gets it. Any rumors on the Tab S4 or Gear S4? Nothing yet. Why Samsung makes two phone versions, Snapdragon and Exynos? It's because of mass production, and it's because they would have to pay Qualcomm certain money to have the Exynos in here because of antennas and all. Long story. Legal stuff basically is the main reason, but also cost savings, and that way they work together really well. And Qualcomm definitely wants to keep Samsung happy because Apple's going away from Qualcomm, and that means that Samsung is by far their biggest customer. And if they lose business with Samsung, they're going to have some really big issues. Will Samsung improve on the S Voice? S Voice is dead and buried. It's all about Bixby for Samsung from now on. Anyone upgrading to from the Note 8 to the S9 Plus? Sip to sip responsibly. Hey, 6 gigs of RAM on the S9 Plus. Yep. LOL for anyone that gets that. What will you be trading in for the S9 Plus, or will it be the Note? I'm definitely upset since I bought the Note 8 with no stereo speakers. Now the S9 will have it. Yeah. I got my first Google Home Mini this weekend for 25 bucks with a coupon from Bed Bath & Beyond. How long do I charge it for? It's not portable. You have to leave it plugged in at all times. That's how it works. A device like that wouldn't really be useful portable because it always has to listen for an activation word. The battery would drain far too quickly for it to stay on. So that's why there really haven't been that many wireless versions that have that. Even with the Echo, they had a tap one, and they didn't give it like voice activation until a long time later. And when they did, people complained about it because it died so quickly. It looks like the S9 will have less curved edges than the S8. True? I would say it's comparable to the Note. That's just me. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. I see. Ricky, NJ represent. I much love. Think I can trade in my SA Plus for S9 Plus. Yeah, you're going to be able to trade in definitely in terms of it. So yeah. Do you watch Sam Time YouTube videos? No. What is Sam Time? No. Never seen Sam Time. Looks interesting though. Yeah. What I miss? A lot. What did I miss? If any of you've seen Hamilton, it's really funny. That's a good song. I upgraded from the S5 to the Note 8 on early December. Was it a good choice? I mean, from the S5 to the Note 8, that's a great choice. That's so much of an upgrade, so yes. Now, would you want one over the other? That's completely up to you. I low-key hope Broadcom buys Qualcomm so Samsung can give us Exynos processors in the US. I mean, if you notice, I didn't talk about the processor. Just saying. So you say iOS is better than Android in terms of optimization and the way the hardware and the software run so seamlessly. I would say that obviously it's a lot easier for iOS to be better in terms of running everything at one point the same. I'm not saying in terms of daily usage or anything like that, because if you consider in terms of multitasking, then no, iOS isn't more so. But again, it's so much. There's so much that goes into it, right? The battery life on an iPhone is probably one of the worst out of all flagship phones, and that's just not me being mean or anything like that. It's fact. But they also have the smallest battery, and it's impressive what they do with their battery too. So it really is just an interesting different worlds between the two. Overall, I mean, iOS is what it is. But I wouldn't say the software is the best anymore, especially in recent years, because of all the issues they had with the last iOS version. I mean, it's just so... ugh. How much does it cost to get RIXBY on an iPhone? I mean, the iPhone 20 might be able to have RIXBY, but look, this was a PC fully decked out, running a beta version of RIXBY, and my computer could barely handle it. So, I mean, we are a long way for RIXBY to be on a mobile device or on a smart home device. Or on, oops, okay. That was my wallet. You thought I was gonna show you a phone, didn't you? That's over here. Android P should give gestures like the iPhone X and get rid of the traditional navigation buttons. I strongly disagree. I hated it on the OnePlus 5T. I thought that was horrible in my opinion. Again, that was one implementation of it, but I did not like it at all. And I think iOS's version is a really bad one, to be honest. I don't like this, you know, gesture here and gesture here. I don't think that's good. I just don't. I think you can do it, and WebOS showed us a really great way to do it, but I don't think it's ready for it now. Do you think Android will reach Android Z? Yes. Ricky, would you say Apple products last longer in terms of longevity? People still use Macs over 5 years old. No, well, here's the thing. If you buy a $1,000 PC and a $1,000 Mac, they're pretty much gonna last as long as each one. If you buy a $500 PC and a $1,000 Mac, well then, obviously, yeah, the Mac should last longer. But no, I would not say that regularly long lasting. I mean, my last desktop was 5 years old or 4 years old, no problem. It was still running great. I just wanted better software for doing 4K video editing if I so choose, and that wasn't gonna perform well on that. So yeah, but no, I would not say so. iPhone X keeps failing expectations by analyst. Why? I do think it has to do a lot with cost, but again, Apple did what they sought out to do. They are making more profit now, even if they're selling less phones. So that's all they care about. It doesn't matter how you get to the top of the money. It just matters that you got to the top of the money. Should I upgrade my Moto G5 Plus to the Moto G6 and G6 Plus? I will let you know once those are announced, which we're expecting at MWC. Favorite feature of the S9? Video quality. Video quality would definitely be. Where's my Gear S4? Delayed, unfortunately. How much do you think the trade will be to jump from the S8 Plus to the S9 Plus? I mean, I don't know. You could get a good trade-in, maybe over $300. Who knows? It's hard to say. Would you recommend the Nexus 6P even with the battery issues? I know a guy, he can put a new battery in for me. I like the Nexus 6P. I didn't have too many issues with it, but I mean, it's just an old generation phone now. It depends on the price, really, if I would really recommend it still over like the Pixel 1. Don't worry about RIXBY taking over the world. If there's a fail-safe code, the only special people who use the cough cough Mrs. RIXBY cough cough. That's hilarious. Mrs. RIXBY is the vaccine. It just stops RIXBY straight in its tracks. That's true. When will Samsung implement the graphite batteries S10? No, I think we're still at least 2 years away from that kind of technology being mainstream. Samsung specifically does not want to necessarily test out a new battery without doing rigorous testing so much and with everything. I mean, they would have to be testing it now, like right this minute, for it to be on a future Galaxy like the S10. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Same time, it makes the best tech parodies on YouTube. He will be your cup of tea. I will check it out. I have it saved right now, so I'll check it out after the show. iPhone 8 or S8, good choice for 2008? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those phones are still going to be great for right now. I mean, you have some of the best phones of last year in there. Both were definitely top 10 phones of 2017. So yeah, why wouldn't it be a good phone for 2018? Just pretend your camera falls and show us the S9. Look, I don't know what you're... Oh, no. No. Bad, George. Bad. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have an S9. I am not that kind of a star. Not that that's a code name or anything. Everyone talking about trends might want to consider T-Mobile on Jump on Demand. Trade phones every 30 days. I use it often. Yeah, a lot of people do use. I use Jump as well. Although I have the original version, not Jump on Demand. Why can the reveal of the S9 and S9 Plus come sooner? I know MWC is around the corner. MWC is 2 weeks away, but you might have just learned all the best features of it. So yeah, and see what they look like. Not that I'm saying I could at all, any way, shape, or form, do a better job than those presenters that Samsung has. Not saying that at all. Although if they would ever give me the chance, you know. Do you think Apple trends to buy smaller batteries and lower end specs to save money? I mean, Apple is very good at more so telling manufacturers a price and having them agree to it, or they'll find someone else. The only time that really doesn't work is with Samsung, because as much as they try to go to TMSC for processors, or as much as they try to go to LG, Sharp, Sony for screens, Samsung is the biggest manufacturer when it comes to processors for mobile, and when it comes to a lot of parts, including screens and, you know, Corning Gorilla Glass. So it is hard for Apple to go around that way, but when it comes to strong-arming a fingerprint scanner company, when it comes to strong-arming Foxconn, they're going to get the price they want. What do we win by playing the drinking game? I'm getting too you don't win anything except the feeling afterward. I meant I upgraded from the S5 to the Note 8, but should I have waited for the S9? No, I wouldn't say so. It's really again, the Note 8 is a really good upgrade. Will the S9 have some better features? Yes, absolutely. Does the Note 8 still have great features for 2018? Yes, absolutely. So it really just does depend on what you want. Are you going to watch Black Panther? Absolutely. I have tickets opening night. Me and 6 other friends are going. My wife's going with me, so it should be a lot of fun. And yeah, it's awesome. Would you recommend the Nexus 6P now in 2017 with the battery issue? Oh, I already said that. You have an S9? No, I definitely do not have an S9. I don't know where you guys think about that idea, but I definitely do not have an S9. I want that Olympic Note 8. Why can't Samsung have bright colors on the flagships? I know, because we haven't had a white phone in a while, so that is something that I was like, that's why I think it was so special. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to get well, not one of the reasons only, but the Star Wars version of the OnePlus 5T and even the white one when it came out. I honestly almost bought it just because it was a white phone. I thought that was, you know, something we don't get nowadays now. Any idea on the S9 Plus price? No, can't say that. What about Google Home? Is that wireless? Google Home is not wireless now. It has Wi-Fi, so it's wireless in that way. So yes. Gear 4 will not be launched with the S9? No. Why did Samsung not get mentioned for the 5G LTE boat? What do you mean that Samsung did not get mentioned for the 5G LTE boat? First of all, I think LTE will be improved on this year's smartphones. Not that RIXBY told me that. But I will say this, that Samsung did a whole 5G video talking about the technology of 5G. So if you actually look at our video from CES, we actually talked about 5G with Samsung and kind of showing the possibilities of 5G LTE. Why do you think the budget segment don't provide at least EIS as far as OIS concerned? I can understand, but EIS software doesn't cost much. Well, I don't know about it doesn't cost much. It costs a lot to implement that, and quite frankly, they just might not think it's worth the time. Do I agree with that? No. I think that yes, they should have some form of stabilization in every device, but I just think that's where they're at. Ricky, were you shocked when Jeff Bezos took over from Bill Gates as the richest man, as the richest person in the world, or was it bound to happen? I would say that was bound to happen. I mean, if you think about it, Bill Gates hasn't done anything really money-making in a long time. And he was still the richest man for a long time, so yeah. But, I mean, I think it's gonna always turn around, depending on, you know, every 10, 15 years, we might have another richest man. It's hard to stay on top for that long. I answered that one. Samsung need better colors of their phones. They will have 4 different colors. These are 2 of them, and then you're also going to get a silver and a black. Check out Evan Blast's photos to see all the different photos. These are his as well. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. All right. Do you recommend Galaxy forever? Yes, I recommend any kind of upgrade program, really. I think they're good no matter which carrier you go with. Is Samsung not going to be able to use 5G? 5G list did not show Samsung mentioned. The 5G this year list, I honestly think is worthless. Now that is, again, 5G phones. I think it's not going to be that important. I do think you're going to see 5G phones more predominant next year than this year, because 5G is honestly not going to be really anywhere. I think Verizon and certain other ones are kind of boasting expectations more than they can actually hit them. But we'll have to wait and see. That's what I use. I traded the S6 for the V30. Yes, I will actually be getting my V30 next week, or this week. S9 worth the jump from the S7? Yes. Did I skip anything? I'm not sure. I mean, if you just came in, yes, you missed a lot. Did I see you pick up an S9 Plus? No, guys, I don't know where you're getting this crazy idea from that I have an S9 Plus. I keep telling you, I do not have that device. Should I get an Echo Dot for 50 or a Fire tablet with Alexa built in it for 40? I figure the tablet will be the same thing as the Dot. It's portable and works as a regular tablet. What's your opinion? That is an interesting concept. My thing is, can the Alexa app do as much as the Dot? Because as far as I know, the Dot can do more than the app. But I'm not positive. I just have not, ever since Google Home came out, I've kind of dropped my Alexa. My Alexa's still there. It's still here. I just never use it. and just being honest with you guys. Apple tried to strong arm into using an iPhone and said F you. Tried to strong arm who into using an iPhone? Would it be safe to say that the Note 8 is relatively future-proof? Yeah, I would say so. Especially, I mean, for this year and next year, I would say the Note 8 would still be good. What is the time now, bro, in your country? Well, I am in the Pacific Coast in Los Angeles, so right now the time is 8:50 p.m. The slow motion on the S9 is breathtaking. Yep. I mean, I don't know, but that's what I've heard. You know, it's gonna be. Samsung Exynos will work in the US. Yes, the Exynos version will always work in the US. The first version I usually have is an Exynos version, and I do use it in the US. Goku Black's secret identity hasn't been revealed yet in Toonami episodes yet. Yes, it is not. And I am only on episode 49 when Trunks just woke up in the present. So no spoilers. I'm getting the new episodes every week now, so I'm only on the dub version. Remember that. So I think like there's 100 episodes ahead already. It's really cool when you answer my questions. It's almost as if I'm standing here right next to you. Yeah, no, that's the idea. I want to be able to answer all your guys' questions. Thanks for the answers, Ricky. Keep up the great work. Greens from Mexico. Hey, thank you. What's the best 55-inch TV, LG or Samsung? Is price a factor? Because I'll choose an LG OLED TV over Samsung's QLED TV. Yes, I would definitely say that. But that's what I'm saying. Do you think budget phones will ever get wireless charging? Yeah, I think in 2 years, every phone will have wireless charging. That's my opinion, at least. What will the LG G7 be released? Rumors? I think the LG G7 will be released towards May or June. Quick question about the Alcatel A30 Fierce. I know it's a cheap phone, but I go through like 5 phones a year. LOL. Anyways, is the battery so bad? Okay, first of all, I'm gonna look this phone up. Second of all, if you're going through that many phones a year, pay more money to get a better phone. That's my opinion, to be honest. Like, you should pay more money to get another phone so you don't have to get so many phones all the time. Unless you need burner phones, and I'm not asking any questions, but yeah. So 2 gigs of RAM, I would just, 3000 milliamp battery is not bad. How much is this? So it's a Metro PCS phone, I get you. Metro PCS is taking a long time to load. Okay, Metro PCS is taking too long to load. If you're getting anywhere near the $300 price range or $200 price range, you should just get another phone. Like the like the Moto G5 Plus is a great one to go with. Get the 4 gigs of RAM version, you'll be killing it way better than that phone will. The reason why Jeff now has more money than Bill is because Bill gives a lot away and Jeff gives away nothing. That is a factor. Can't deny that. Wait, what's that RIXBY? Is it codename for, there is a codename Silent Weather following YouTube Tech Guy. Huh, interesting. But yep, that's not much of a social person. But yes, you have a storm now. Do you think Apple phones worth value for money like a OnePlus 5T? That is a big question, right? I mean, the OnePlus 5T has a lot of features. And look, if I was on a budget, I would stop at the OnePlus 5T and be happy. If you know, I'm a reviewer, so I really always have to stress that out, and I feel a lot of reviewers don't stress that out. I'm a reviewer, so I get to review the highest end phones and I get to play with them and really test them out, right? So am I spoiled in that sense? Yes. I cannot imagine going to a daily driver without wireless charging. It really is difficult for me. I use wireless charging all the time. I'm using it right now on this phone that I have not picked up. But, you know, all of this is basically, you know, the whole thing about it is you get spoiled by certain features, right? You get spoiled by camera quality. You get spoiled by wireless charging. You get spoiled by having a headphone jack. These kind of things that, you know, are on every device, but when you have them, you don't want to let them go. So overall, is the OnePlus 5T a better value for the money? $500 difference between the OnePlus 5T and the iPhone X? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it's a better bang for the buck. Is that going to be the best purchase for everyone? No. Some people are built into the Apple ecosystem. Some it's not a good decision to buy the OnePlus 5T over the X. So yeah. What was the next question? Wait, are you saying the US model of the S9 will be getting Exynos processors? I said nothing of the sort. I don't know where you guys get these crazy and wild ideas from. Any wishes for the 10th anniversary S10? Any wishes? I want a 5x optical zoom. That's what I want. That's what I've wanted for... we got the stereo speakers. That was one thing that I wanted for years. Now the last thing I want is a 5x optical zoom. I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Just give me a 5x optical zoom. That's all I want. That's all I want. Ricky is not a good liar. I haven't lied about anything. You have an S9 prototype. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. I mean, what more do I have to say? I do not have an S9. I mean, I do not know why you guys keep insinuating that I might have something that I obviously don't have. Just saying. 5G, I'm waiting for gigabit LTE on the S8 Plus. When will it be available? It depends on your carrier. Like, I've had super fast LTE for the longest time in Los Angeles. So, I mean, my speed is really good, but it depends on your area and depends on how quickly your carriers are rolling out everything. T-Mobile did a really good job with their spectrum this year. Verizon's supposed to kill it and go, you know, leapfrog above everyone this year, and then everyone's supposed to catch up for them. AT&T is supposed to get this year. I think it's still gonna be next year, but we have to wait and see with everyone. Can we buy Mi Note for it? I'm not sure what you mean by that. iOS 11.3 beta is getting closer to true dark mode. Yeah, I mean, that's the dream, right? Like, I love that about the Huawei Mate 10. Move this phone out of the way. With the Huawei Mate 10, I love this black, it's so nice. I really have loved that. That was one of the favorite, just little touches that I love about it. Let's see. Dub anime for me all the way. What happens if I give you a Dragon Ball Super spoilers? I will ban you from this channel. That is messed up. You do not spoil someone like that. That's messed up. Don't do it. Stop it. What color do you have of the S9? Guys, I do not have an S9. Why do you keep thinking that I have an S9? Is wireless charging better for your phone? Yes, it's better for overnight charging. If Apple released a chip AI speaker, Alexa would be fading quickly. I think so. I think Alexa's already kind of fading quickly. If you saw CES, Google was out. Google was like, we're here now. It's over. It was like, if you remember that old Corrupt song, It's Over Now, that's what basically Google was saying to Alexa, like, it's over now, move over. It's my turn now, it's over. Your game's shut down. Sorry. Sorry for that singing, but it was just, it's literally what I thought of at CES. I was like, yeah, ain't no one talking about Alexa this year. And Alexa was the biggest thing last year. It was such a shift from year to year. Are you going to the S9 Unpacked event? No, unfortunately, Catwoman, I never got an invitation, because if I had got an invitation for the S9 Unpacked event, I would have probably had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, meaning that I couldn't use RIXBY to give me all of these cool insights and announce them to you publicly. But the PR company never got in contact with me, which, you know, sucks. But luckily I have RIXBY to tell me all the information that I need to know to tell you guys. Price is not a factor in my book. It's upgrade from a Vizio. Wait, price is not a factor. Sorry, what were you asking before? I've had a lot of questions. I don't remember what your question was before. Oh, best 55-inch LG. Yeah, OLED LG is the best TV you can get right now for a 55-inch. Go for it. If price isn't a factor. It's not a factor, you know, oh boy, Ricky could use an OLED, just saying. No, it's fine. But yeah, OLED would be the best right now. The new LG AI one that's coming out, I don't think it's out yet, but that one would be one that I would definitely go for. Or you can get the old LG at a reduced price because that one's coming out. And I won't spoil anything for you. Thank you. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everyone drink. Let's see. When is Oreo coming for the Note 8? The Note 8 probably won't get Oreo till, honestly, March, if not April. Blink and cough twice if you have an S9 already. Guys, I do not, how clear do I have to make it to you guys? I do not, hold on. I do not have any new device out besides the ones I have always had. Jeez. What are good affordable wireless chargers for my future S9? I mean, there's some good, Tilt has some really good ones. I love Tilt. We were actually just finished reviewing a Tilt wireless charger that is awesome. I really like it. That's going to be my new charger for my living room, actually. So I love Tilt. I would just say get some old Samsung wireless chargers because they go on sale. And I mean, you can get a Samsung fast wireless charger for 20 bucks now. So they're not expensive. You can get them you can get the one with the blue ring at Best Buy for like 20 bucks. So. Will Razer phone ever come out for Verizon? No. Thanks, bro, for answer. No problem. What do you think of the leaked new Samsung DeX? Do you like the way it looks? I'm not too big of a fan, to be honest. That's just my opinion. And S9 candy bar, nope, not at all. Ricky is funny when he lies and keeps up the lies and the great work. Guys, I do not know what you're I mean, call me a liar now. I just, you know, I just feel sad. How do you already have a Galaxy S9? I do not have a Galaxy S9. Have you seen a Galaxy S9 in my hands? Have you seen it anywhere here? Not the pictures, they don't count. Have you seen an S9 here? No, I do not have an S9. I keep telling you guys I don't have an S9. Let's see. Can you compare between the Snapdragon 835 and the Kirin processor Mate 10 Pro? Like do a benchmark test? I might be able to do that before I take it back, but I mean, the Kirin is the best battery efficiency I've ever seen, bar none. There is no better battery efficiency than the Kirin. It's better than the iPhone, it's better than the Samsung, it's better than Exynos or Snapdragon. It's been the best I've ever seen. In terms of speed, it does fairly well. Like I don't have any complaint of lag on this phone. So yeah, it's the software that needs fine tuning. Hey man, thanks for taking the time to do this. Keep it up, great work. Thanks from 626. Thank you, appreciate it. Do you have any new updates on Google Internet, Google TV? They are here in San Diego, but I'm considering from my house. Oh, Google Internet as in like, get it. Google Fios, so if you can get Google Internet, get it. It's the best one out, by far. And I hate you for having it, because I want it. Is the Mate 10 Pro available in the US? Yes, you can get it at Best Buy right now, or at B&H, or a couple different places, so yes. If you get it at B&H, I don't think you have to pay taxes, but I had links for it in my review, so yeah. Do you think the Note will get Animoji things? No, they're not going to get an emoji thing. So the tracking is specifically for newer devices. I heard Sprint will get 3G speeds this summer. Go Sprint. That's messed up. Will the S9 be more powerful than the Note 8? Yes, of course it will be. Oh man, yes, I remember that song. Does big companies like Apple, Samsung, or Google charge for their brand value? Yeah, absolutely they do. You didn't get an invite to, but you got an S9. Fair enough. Guys, I do not have a Galaxy S9. I do not have a Samsung Galaxy S9 anywhere here. I don't know what to say anymore. I just don't know what to say anymore. Thoughts on the Echo Spot? Over expensive. If you actually check out one of my friend's channels, H2 Tech videos, he actually returned his Echo. Is it called Echo Spot? He actually returned his the little Echo with the screen because it wasn't worth it. What is the color of the phone you can't mention that you have laying there? Look, guys, I have a gray phone here. I have a, what color is this one? This one is a black phone here. I have a blue, I have a blue phone here. This one is an Honor 7X. So yeah, I have a blue phone here, and then I have, another. I have phones here, and they're all kinds of colors. Gotta love the new colors, and but it said that the company like Razer and OnePlus will have better specs than the S9. But it said that. I'm not sure what you mean. He doesn't have the S9, but I bet he would get the blue one. Maybe. Alright guys. You has 116 times mentioned the S9. Will there be a new wireless charger released for the S9 and S9 Plus that will be a difference in the current one? Yes. That's the best I can do. Can you review the new red camera phone when it gets released? I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I don't have the funds to review that phone. It was like, how much was that phone? Ridiculous hydrogen phone. Red smartphone. How much was this damn thing? It was something, it was ridiculous. Yeah, it was 1,000. Actually, funny thing is, now that you think about it, 1,195 doesn't sound as bad, right? I really have to see if it's gonna be worth it. I would not review it in the beginning. Would I probably do the same thing most of you guys would do? I would probably wait for MKBHD to see if it's worth it, and then I would review it from there. Because I just don't know how many views that would get too. How many people care about the red smartphone, you know? Would you update the Note 8 to Oreo? Yes. 8 gigs, 128 gigs of the OnePlus 5. Oh yeah, that's definitely amazing. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to get the OnePlus for that reason as well. How do you think the Black Panther will be like? I think the Black Panther movie is going to be awesome. It has gotten a lot of great ratings from a lot of people that I trust as movie reviewers, so I cannot wait. If you don't have an S9, really, then I'm the Queen of England. Well, congratulations, Maria. I never knew that we had the Queen of England watching, our channel, so I really appreciate you watching, Your Highness. I sell tires to all Qualcomm employees, engineers. What tech questions would you like me to ask them? They tell me everything. I mean, that's interesting. How they, you know, they are supposed to develop a fingerprint scanner in a display. Who's going to be the first customer for that in the US? That would be a question. I'm curious if you get to ask that, Ryan. Let me know if you do. Does wireless chargers kill your battery faster than wired ones? No, they actually help your battery better than wired ones. What case are you using on the S9? Well, first of all, there would be no case available for the S9 that wait a minute, I see what you're doing. You're trying to... I see what you did there. Man, love your videos and your reviews are honest. Thanks. Absolutely. You have the S9 Plus. You always say you don't have the smaller size S9. That is interesting that you would pick up on the wording that this entire time I said I do not have an S9. I never did say I don't have an S9 Plus. That is very interesting that you said that. Any good tempered glass for the Note 8? What was the best one? Body gloves, I think, was the best one. I think that was the best one. Snapdragon 825 or processor in the 7X in terms of gaming. In terms of gaming, I would have to go for Snapdragon, but the Kirin is faster than the Snapdragon 625 in my opinion. What would you go with, an S9 or an S9 Plus? Oh, I would go with an S9 Plus. Alright guys, on that note, I think we should wrap it up before anyone asks me any other incriminating questions that they're trying to ask me and trying to get me to say things that I've repeatedly said I do not have any type of device. So yeah. But that's everything, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you know anyone that wants to know about the S9 and S9 Plus, share this video with them so they can find out everything about the S9 and S9 Plus now and today. Let me know all of your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RIXBY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.